The Nike Zoom Vomero debuted over 15 years ago, and over these last few months, Nike's been doing its best to push the Nike Zoom Vomero Plus 5, and there's no greater piece of evidence than them releasing the latest light or colorway on the sneakers app. And so I thought today, not only could we discuss that light or colorway of the Nike Zoom Vomero 5, but let's go back and trace, starting at the 1 to the 8, and then coming back to the 5th. What's up, y'all? It's Daniel, your Shoemmelier, and yes, for my first review of the 2023 year, I thought let's focus on a shoe that, well, many would consider to be a general release, definitely sort of a retro shoe that has some modern retro futuristic vibes to it. I did see on hashtag Sneaker Grandpa's Feet the oatmeal colorway last week, and I thought that's a fine looking shoe. And when they released the iron ore colorway and I found it at my favorite sneaker boutique, Kicking It ATX, I had to grab it, and I knew I wanted to learn a little bit more about the shoe, so let's dive into this Nike Vomero 5. The original Nike Zoom Vomero Plus boasted an internal EVA footbed for extra cushioning and comfort, a snug heel counter, and a full-length Zoom air cushioning system, mostly marketed to high-volume runners with a high arch. By the third rendition, Nike had solidified the Vomero as the answer for high-mileage runners seeking a comfortable shoe that can go the distance. With all of the bells and whistles of its predecessors, the Cushlon and Dynamic Fit technology, the latest Vomero, the 8, is the lightest to date with a pared-down upper and breathable open mesh panels. Described as pillowy soft, the Nike Zoom Vomero Plus 5 was originally released in 2011 as a simplistic but reliable runner known for its unrivaled comfort, and introduced two separate Zoom air cushioning units and a redesigned midfoot, designed to guide heel strikers to transition smoothly through toe-off. In 2018, after sitting idle in the archive for almost a decade, Nike's Zoom Vomero 5 circled back into the sneaker sphere. Samuel Ross's A Cold Wall label chose the silhouette as the canvas for their swoosh collab, adding a large protruding block to its heel. Due to the zany build, the collab received mixed responses upon initial reveal, but fashion-forward experimentalists quickly snapped up pairs on drop day. After an unofficial 2-year hiatus, the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 returned in September of 2022 with the oatmeal colorway. Muted autumnal tones seem to be the theme for the first few, with all of them featuring new Bowerman Series insole branding, a nod to Nike co-founder Bill Bowerman. Its material construction favors a mix of mesh, hairy suede, and leather, bouncing between shades of gray and beige throughout. Once again, typical Zoom Vomero 5 reflective line work makes an appearance alongside the sneaker's signature Zoom infused sole unit that carries Cushlon technology. Other details include signature plastic side panels and heel counter with the aforementioned Bill Bowerman motif stamped onto the insoles. 3M reflective hints atop Zoom air cushioning completes the design. The Nike Zoom Vomero 5 Light Or released on January 19, 2023, and retails for $160 US American dollars. Now, when it comes to fit, I'm about a 9.25, but that shoe size does not exist, so I go between a 9 and a 9.5. In this colorway and silhouette, I got 9, which is my true to size, and it fits pretty comfortably. Now, I wear this shoe for lifestyle purposes. I don't run. I'm not a runner unless I'm chasing after my daughter or my dogs. So any sort of review about comfort and fit really has to do more for lifestyle and not for running. I will say that it does have a bit of a fit that I would enjoy if I was running, but again, I'm not, so that really doesn't matter. But where it does matter is comfort. Now, this is not squishy, bouncy, comfortable like Boost or super squishy React or any type of that technology. But it is not way too firm like a Jordan 1 or some sort of basketball shoe. It is modeled after a runner after all. I will say that it is sort of a firm comfort, and the more you wear it, it does tend to give you a little bit more bounce, a little bit more squish, but not too much, as I have talked to many of my real runner friends who say they don't like super bouncy, cushy, pillowy, moon bounce type fit. They want a little bit more firmness in their feet, and maybe a model can let us know down below what he thinks about fit and how that works and comfort and all that stuff for those runner type folks. But for me, I found this shoe to be moderately comfortable. Not super duper comfortable, but definitely not bad. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 6, 6.5, maybe a 7 depending on your feet. But again, I have delicate feet. I love Boost, I love React, I love the squishiness, so that's why I put this at about a 6.5. Now I know what a lot of you might say about this shoe. Yes, this has major New Balance vibes. Many people might point to this heel, the insole, and say, that's a 2002R. I totally get that. And of course, it's got the muted different gray colorways, which New Balance doesn't have a copyright on, but New Balance is well known for. I get that. Look, these shoes are runners, so they definitely have isms and signatures and whatnot that borrow from each other or inspired by each other. But when I look at this shoe, if you were to take the swoosh off, would I think it's a New Balance? No. Actually, I wouldn't. I would say it's got Asics isms, the aforementioned New Balance isms, especially when you look at the colorway and the toe box. It does have Nike isms. I will say, and I'm sure someone like Amalo might correct me if I'm wrong, I would say it's least like an Adidas runner type shoe, but somebody may correct me on there. And they may say, well, no, man, that's totally a Brooks, or that's totally a Karhu, or that's totally not a Hoka. It's nowhere near as squishy like a Flight Foam for Asics or a Hoka shoe, which is fine, I don't really care. Again, lifestyle purposes. But when I see this shoe, I'm like, this is really super duper cool. I really like it. It does have what I call modern futuristic. I didn't coin that term, obviously, but you look at it and it seems like it's a futuristic shoe based on modern technology and what we think the future would look like. But it's a really smart looking design. I like the upper, I like the different colors, I like the reflections. It's just a good shoe. And I wore it all day yesterday after picking it up and shooting photos for y'all. And you know what? This is going to make a fine addition to my rotation. It's still kind of gray around here, but much like the Panda Dunks, this shoe kind of goes with everything, which is great. And it's a great dog walking shoe. It's a great going to the grocery store shoe. Heck, it's a great shoe for a business casual look. Match it with some chinos, match it with some jeans, match it with some sweats. I don't know that there's anything this shoe doesn't go with, especially if you're going for a muted colorway. Or, look, I've got this nice Go Spurs Go colorway, and it works perfectly just fine. So I think it's a great shoe, the Vomero 5. I'm not too proud to say I really wasn't aware of the Vomero silhouette, which might be blasphemy to some of you people, like Amado, apologies. But I will say I'm glad I've come around to it, and I am here for Nike trying to push this shoe, keep it at an affordable price point. I don't know that it's worth $160, $140, yeah, we'll go with that. But maybe they'll have some really cool collabs coming out, really cool colorways, some really cool colors, but consider this a silhouette that's on my to-watch list for 2023. So there we go, my thoughts on the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 and just a little twinge of history on the 1, the 3, the 5, the 8, etc., etc. Let us know in the comment section down below what you think about this colorway, this silhouette. What did you know about the Vomero? What have you known? Do you run them? Lifestyle them? I'm just curious. Somebody other than Amado, but please Amado, I want to hear about this because this seems right up your alley. What do y'all think about this shoe as a lifestyle / runner type shoe? When I look at like the Vomero 18s, and I think there's like a lifestyle version, right? And then there's like a running version. I wonder if the Zoom Vomero is the lifestyle version and like the other Vomeros, which are similar to Pegasus. In my research, there was like Pegasus versus Vomero, but they look very different. So I'm sure somebody might educate us a little bit further in the comment section down below. So to all of you out there, wherever you are, thanks for watching. Stay tuned and just chill till the next episode.